All right, so we're in chapter 6 still. We will finish chapter 6 up on Friday. We're picking up on page 230, social marketing and advertising, sharing and engaging. So social marketing and advertising involves the use of online social networks and communities to build brands and drive sales revenues. Now, obviously, there's several kinds of social networks. We know them: Facebook, Twitter, social apps, games, blogs, forums, stuff of that sort. So we all know what these social networks are. And next to mobile marketing, it's the fastest growing type of online marketing. And marketers obviously can't ignore this huge audience that is drawn to these social networks. So around 2/3 of the U.S. internet population visit these social sites. And over 80% of U.S. businesses now have Facebook pages. There are 4 features of social marketing and advertising that are driving its growth. We have the social sign-on, signing into various websites through social network pages like Facebook. Then we have collaborative shopping, which is an environment where consumers can share their shopping experiences with one another by viewing products, chatting, or texting. The network notifications is creating an environment where consumers can share their approval or disapproval of the products, services, content, or even share their geolocation. For example, if you're at a club or a dinner or something, you hit the like button or just tell them where you're at. And Twitter tweets is another example of how people can put out their location or what's going on and be followed. So those are the network notifications. The social search, which is the recommendations, and is an environment that's enabled by consumers being able to ask their friends for advice on purchases of products or services or content which they've already had experiences with. Now, social networks offer advertisers all the formats found on portal and search sites, such as banner ads and video ads. So we're going to see the same type of advertisements on these sites. Having a corporate Facebook page in itself is an advertisement portal for its brands. Actually, many firms, Coca-Cola is an example, actually no longer has actual websites just based strictly on products. They just use Facebook pages now. Now, a typical social network advertising campaign, for example, for Facebook, would usually include the following elements. First, obviously, you have to establish a Facebook page. Next, use the comment and feedback tools to develop fan comments. So you just want to try to get these people involved with your page. Develop a community of users. We want to encourage brand involvement through videos and rich media display. We want to use contests and competition to deepen fan involvement and intensity. Develop display ads for use on our Facebook page. Develop display ads for use in response to social search queries. And liberally display the like button so fans can see it and like it. Enable e-commerce by using Facebook Connect to direct fans to product sales websites. So those are just your normal steps that's included or involved in setting up your Facebook web page. So Twitter, I think everyone knows what Twitter is. It's a microblogging social network that allows users to send and receive text, pretty much up to 140 character messages. Now it claims to have over 140 million users worldwide, and that was as of 2014 when the book was published. So I'm sure there's a lot more users than today. Twitter is going to offer advertisers and marketers a chance to interact and engage with their customers in real time and in an intimate one-on-one manner. And in terms of the marketing products that Twitter offers, there's 3 kinds of them. The first is the promoted tweets, in which advertisers pay to have their tweets appear in the user's search results. So they're paying to have their stuff appear in these results. The next is promoted trends, where advertisers pay to have their hashtags on the top of the Twitter's trends lists. And The daily cost back in 2014 for these promoted trends was about $120,000 a day, so not cheap. Promoted accounts is where advertisers pay to have their branded account moved to the top of their web to follow the list on the Twitter homepage. So the three kinds of Twitter marketing products are the promoted tweets, promoted trends, and promoted accounts. So millions of users are going to flood the Twitter website to follow fast developing stories, celebrities, and trending topics. And Twitter's marketing platform is going to expand with its, obviously, as the user base expands as well. Obviously, anytime there's something good coming from the social networks or anything good, there's always its downside. There's always something bad just by nature. So there's several issues to be aware of when using the social marketing platforms for advertising. Sometimes user comments can be negative, obviously, making a bad taste in some people's mouth. But it's been shown, research has shown that usually when people do have negative comments, it doesn't really spread beyond your immediate group of friends. So if you have 1,000 friends on Facebook, then usually just your top 10, 20 friends are only going to be the only ones to really care what you're saying. Most people could care less. So blog marketing and advertising. Blogs obviously play a vital role in online marketing. Now, blog readers tend to be more educated, have higher incomes, and be opinion leaders because governmental figures and different people in the C-suites of corporations will be posting blogs and just putting their 2 cents out there. So this allows marketers to have a platform to be able to reach these type of individuals on these blogs. Now, game advertising, as the online gaming marketplace continues to expand, then the users are able to play games on smartphones and tablets and little PCs. So the story of game advertising in 2012 is the social, local, and mobile. So that's the three aspects of it. So obviously social games are ascendant. They've been around for a while. They're just coming in different formats and on different platforms. And mobile devices are the high growth platform. So the mobile is what's making it grow a lot more as the games have been around. And the location-based local advertising is starting to show the traction on it. Now, the objective of game advertising is both branding and driving customers to purchase at obviously at moments when they're online. Next is viral marketing. Viral marketing is a form of social marketing that involves getting the customer to pass along a company's marketing message to friends, family, and colleagues. It's the online version of the word of mouth advertising. As we've said in this class, a lot of times word of mouth can be the best form of advertising a company has. And in this text, the viral marketing is actually going to spread even faster than in the normal world, not the online world. So in the offline world, next to television, word of mouth is obviously the second most important means by which consumers find new products. So next to television, word of mouth is the next best thing. Referred customers begin to generate profits for a company much earlier than customers acquired through other marketing methods. So obviously, referred customers are going to be much more likely to actually buy the product as opposed to someone who's actually just been a targeted marketed person, because they're going to trust their friends and trust their family members a lot more than these marketers trying to just get them to buy their products. So obviously, referred customers generate profits much quicker than that of marketing methods do. And email used to be the primary online venue for viral marketing. But now, obviously, Facebook and Google and YouTube and stuff of that sort is taking over this viral marketing in the online environment. So now next is the mobile and local marketing and advertising. Mobile marketing reaches consumers via their mobile devices, obviously, such as their smartphones or tablet computers. Local marketing typically employs mobile devices as well, but it also uses traditional desktop platform. So a number of factors are driving advertisers to the mobile platform. It's much more powerful devices. They have faster networks, wireless local networks, rich media and video ads, growing demand for local advertising by small businesses and consumers. And most importantly, mobile is where the eyeballs are for now and will be in the future more so. So as we know, everything's moving towards the mobile phone. Search engine ads can be further optimized for the mobile platform by showing ads based on the physical location of the user. Messaging is especially an effective tool for local advertising because consumers can be sent messages and coupons as they pass by the storefronts. Video advertising currently accounts for the smallest percentage of mobile and spending, but it's the fastest growing trend in the online marketing. Now, mobile marketing is uniquely suited for branding purposes, raising awareness through the use of video and rich interactive media such as games. Now, app marketing is just apps on mobile devices are obviously going to open up a whole other channel for marketing opportunities for marketers. Apps provide users much faster access to content than multi-purpose browsers. Obviously, we all have first-hand experience with this. Instead of hopping on Facebook on the internet on your phone, it's much quicker if you just hop on the app because it's just tailored specifically for that service. Now, apps are going to ultimately provide 4 potential sources of revenue for the creators and marketers. It's pay per app per download, so you're just pretty much just paying for the app itself. In-app purchases, so once you actually have the app, there's other purchases that can come along to complement that app. Subscriptions and advertising. So those are the 4 potential sources of revenue for the creators and marketers of these apps. Now, the largest revenue component is the in-app purchases, and the most essential apps for American users are social networks and community, banking, specific information like using GPSs to know specific location like an address or something, search sites, so your Google and Yahoo, and general news and information. Now, local marketing, the social mobile local nexus. Local marketing is the 3rd major trend in e-commerce and marketing. New marketing tools like local advertisements on social networks and daily deal sites are also contributing to the local marketing growth. And the most common local marketing tools are geo-targeting using Google Maps. So obviously everyone knows what Google Maps is. You can get on there and type in your location and you can actually see and zoom in and see what the location looks like. And obviously the most commonly used venues are Facebook, Google, Amazon Local, Groupon, LinkedIn, and stuff of that sort. And search engine advertising is the most popular mobile advertising format. Next is the multi-channel marketing, integrating online and offline marketing. So marketers are using multiple online channels to touch customers, from email to Facebook, search ads, display ads on mobile devices, and affiliate programs. So an increasing percentage of American media consumers multitask by using several different media at once. So obviously at night, I know a lot of people sit around, I know a lot of my friends do, family members sit around, watch TV, watch the game, have their computer up, have multiple things going on at different times or at the same time. So obviously, in this environment, marketers increasingly are developing multi-channel marketing programs that can take advantage of the strengths of various media and reinforce their branding messages across the different media platforms. The marketing communications campaigns most successful at driving the traffic to a website have incorporated both online and offline tactics. Now, several research studies have shown that the most effective online advertisements are those that use consistent imagery with campaigns running in other media at the same time. So we want to have stuff in newspapers, on the internet, the radio, television, just different means of getting your message out there. A good example is Applebee's introduced a new menu in 2011 designed to get their noontime crowd in and out in 14 minutes. And the marketing campaign used a multi-channel approach involving traditional TV and radio, and also media like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So they just used all these different channels to get that message out. Offline mass media, such as television and radio, have nearly 100% of market penetration and 119 million households in the United States. So the U.S. Daily newspaper also has a total circulation of around 46 million. So obviously with these type of statistics here, it'd be foolish for companies not to target their marketing in different channels, such as obviously the mobile, the radio, or the internet, or newspaper, whatever it might be. Now, personalization, one-to-one marketing, interest-based advertising. So one-to-one marketing, better known as personalization, just segments the market based on individuals instead of an algorithm. So it's going to be based on a precise and timely understanding of their needs, targeting specific competitors to be truly unique. So obviously pretty much all they're going to do is just base this upon whatever your personal preferences are. Personalized one-to-one marketing is suitable for products that can be produced in a very complex forms, depending on the individual's tastes. So just highly customizable or customizable products. The second type of products that's suitable for the personalized one-to-one marketing is whose price can be adjusted to the level of the personalization. So we can adjust these price levels to tailor it to different people's income levels, and where the individual's tastes and preferences can be effectively gauged. So just trying to be able to actually have a little insight or knowledge of what you think that person is actually gonna desire or like. Now, a good example of personalization at work is Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Both of these sites greet their registers once they get in there based on cookies, so they have a little bit of access to whatever their personal information is based on these cookies that they ultimately try to get you to accept. And they're going to ultimately recommend books based upon past purchases of yourself and just trends of however you surf their clickstream, or use the clickstream to surf through their site. So they're just going to take pretty much your past trends on their websites and past purchases and try to just say, hey, here's something you might like. So behavioral targeting ads involves the use of online and offline behavior of consumers to adjust the advertising message delivered online, often in real time. Now, because behavioral targeting as a label has somewhat unfavorable connotations, the online marketing industry actually just called this instead interest-based advertising, because people were just getting a little upset about it. And I know it's a big deal nowadays, is people are all mad at Google because they're tracking all your moves and just seeing where you're going, and that's the biggest issue here, is people are just getting a little perturbed because it's just starting to infringe upon their personal lives and their privacy, which has obviously been an issue since the internet came about. Now, the most popular websites have more than 100 tracking programs on their home pages that are owned by third parties that collect this data, and then they actually take this data and then sell it to these companies and marketers in a real-time open forum. So these marketers are actually bidding in a real-time online auction to actually purchase these online databases of these people's trends and just actions on the internet. And retargeting ads is going to involve showing the same or similar ads to individuals across multiple websites. Now, there are 4 methods that online advertisers use to target ads: search engine queries, the collection of data on individual browser history, the collection of data from social network sites, and the integration of this online data with offline data like income, education, your address, purchase patterns, and stuff of that sort. So they're taking this offline data, such as like I said, your income and stuff, and they're actually just seeing whatever the direct relation is with however you're acting online. So this level of integration is routinely engaged in by Microsoft, Google, Yahoo, and Facebook, and a bunch of other small companies. Now, on average, online information bureaus maintain about 2,000 data elements on each adult person in their database. So if they have someone in their database, then they have about roughly 2,000 data on you. So that's pretty crazy to think that they know this much about us. Currently, there are no federal laws or regulations governing this data. Which kind of sucks if you think about it, because that means they just have open reign to do whatever they want with it. Customization and customer co-production. Customization is an extension of personalization. It means changing the product not just as the marketing message, but according to the user's preference. The customer co-production means that the user actually can be involved in creating the actual product itself. Many leading companies now offer build-to-order customized products on their internet on a larger scale. And this is hopefully the idea behind this is for product differentiation, and repeat customers. So obviously, if people can tailor whatever their exact desires are into a product and help create it, then chances are they're going to be more likely to buy that product. A good example of that is Nike offers some of their users or consumers be able to just customize some tennis shoes through their Nike ID program. And another good example is M&M's. You can actually order M&M's and they can have your own little private message on there. So that's another little example. Dynamic pricing and flash marketing. The web offers merchants the ability to dynamically change prices on the fly depending on supply and demand. So they're good at flash marketing, pretty much as sites like Gilt and stuff like that, these high-end sites that buy overstock products from other stores. They'll buy them and then they'll run like sales for like 2 hours, like they'll maybe 50% off for 2 hours. So they're just flashing it out there too, just for a small amount of time. And once again, Rue La La, Gilt, Groupon, stuff like that is your best known companies that actually use this type of flash marketing techniques. Now, the next concept is long tail marketing. And this is pretty much in short just it's kind of confusing, actually. I'm not even going to cover it, honestly, because the definition kind of just runs in circles. I'll just say what the definition is, but it's not going to be on the test. I don't even think it's important, really. But it's a colloquial name given to various statistical distributions characterized by a small number of events of high amplitude and a very large number of events with low amplitude. So pretty much what that's saying is, say for Amazon, the bulk of its revenue is going to come, 80% of its revenue will come from high-end products, whereas the other 20% will come from low-end. So that's pretty much in long and short the scope of what the long-tail marketing is. But like I said, I'm not gonna be touching on anything on that on the exam. And that is actually the end of the material for the day. I know we finished earlier on it, but that's everything for today. We'll pick up on Friday with 6.3, Understanding the Costs and Benefits of Online Marketing Communications.